I have some amazing interior designer secrets on putting together gorgeous bouquets, and I have a ton of flowers. Welcome back to Oh So Lovingly, where life imitates art, discovering beauty in the everyday with whimsy and elegance around every corner. This week, I am so excited to talk to you about why florals matter. These are some of my favorite tips from florists and interior designers on how you can create an absolute sanctuary in your home by simply bringing the outside in. We're also poking around my absolute favorite antique store, and I'm thrilled you're here. Comment where you're watching from, and let's take in the beauty of the world slower and more intentionally, because there is beauty all around us. One really great, I wanted to share some interior designer floral bouquet tips. These are timeless tips that interior designers use from florists most often on how to really build a bouquet that is absolutely stunning. One really great designer tip is to match the flowers to your room. So for instance, I've got a lot of beautiful blue and white behind me. A blue and white bouquet is absolutely what this room calls for. And I have some gorgeous hydrangeas to put together with you, and I'm gonna give you some tips on a hydrangea care in a second. It's simple, but it's so effective. Match your florals to the decor in your room. This is a great way to pull out the decor to make the whole space look cohesive. Your space really isn't finished unless there are flowers, honestly. So my first tip is how to make a wonderful hydrangea bouquet that will really last a long time. These are a couple things that you need to do. I have so many flowers today because it was just my birthday yesterday. We had a lot of fun, and I got flowers from my niece, flowers from work, and flowers from my husband. And so I wanted to go through and show you exactly what I do when I'm building a hydrangea. Hydrangeas are intimidating, but they don't have to be. My favorite thing to do first is take all the leaves off of the hydrangeas. You're probably like, why? But the leaves of the hydrangeas take up so much water, they take the water away from the bloom of the flower. So we'll keep a couple of bigger leaves, but for the most part, take all the leaves off. I came up close to show you. You cut hydrangeas at a dramatic angle above where the last bud is. So, dramatic angle. This gives more surface area for the stem to absorb the water. So a sharp angle is your best friend. And I'm seeing now that I could go even shorter on these. That's a good leaf. I'm gonna leave that one. And again, a dramatic angle, dramatic angle. If a leaf ever is gonna fall below the water line, like this for instance, go ahead and just take it off. It's gonna get moldy and mucky, and you just don't want to deal with that. Also, fun fact, I'm working on a hydrangea, a dried hydrangea tutorial video, and that is coming so soon. I'm so excited to show you guys how to frame a dried hydrangea. Wow, look how big this one is. Look how giant this is. See, I took off all the leaves of this one. They had a lot of leaves. So this one's going to be very happy with no leaves. I'm gonna do another blue. And by the way, I'm wearing an Etsy dress that I'm obsessed with. I will put the link down in the corner for you to shop this one because I love it so much. And there we have a gorgeous blue and white hydrangea bouquet that's gonna be perfect for this space in here. If your hydrangeas ever start to wilt, what you wanna do, and this is gonna sound insane, it's going to sound insane, but it actually works every time. Give it like 3-4 hours. Put them in boiling water. Cut the bottom of them again in the diagonal, sharp angle, and put them in boiling water. You will be absolutely shocked because the boiling water really helps travel vertically to the blooms. I don't know how, but it just always works. Another thing I love doing and has a really big impact is smaller bouquets in unexpected places. So, like this cute little vase, I love doing little bouquets and putting her on a bedside table or in our guest bathroom. So for a tiny bouquet, I love just mixed greens like this. So this is what we're gonna do for a tiny bouquet. And it's very similar to what I would do With a shallow vase, you're gonna wanna cut the flowers really, really down. And I know this will hurt your heart a little bit, but they're so beautiful in the end. I'll show you. First and foremost, these are so happy. So obviously this is not going to work and you're going to have to do something that might hurt your heart a little bit. You have to cut it way down. I know. I always think baby's breath is really great in a tiny bouquet because it gives a little pop of magic to it. I love campanolas. I love these. These last, so these would be great for a tiny bouquet. I love a good lily. The lilies are gonna be perfect for this bouquet because watch this. They're already like nearly perfect. Snapdragons. I love these snapdragons, so we're gonna use her. And then we'll have a little bit of filler left over. So before you chop your flowers away, it's good to plan it out. And then you feel a little better about just chopping away the flowers because it does kind of hurt me a little bit too. Going to start taking off all the leaves that fall below the water line. I'm gonna build this bouquet, I think, around the lilies because they're so perfect. We have a rose. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty already. Honestly, like you could leave it like that and it'd be perfect. I'm gonna take some baby's breath, cut it really down between the lilies. This is just such a fun little touch to add again to an unexpected place because it's just a little pop of joy. And that is so whimsical. Like how special is that? To wake up to this on your bedside table is so sweet. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you, this is the fun one, what to do with a large opening vase. This is applicable whether you're doing a big statement bouquet, which we will be doing in a second, or if you're doing something a little smaller, but just has a wide opening. So the opening of this vase is almost my entire hand. So that's a good indicator that this is a wide opening, and therefore you need this. Scotch tape, my babies. We're gonna do a tape grid on this. And it's so easy with the smaller one. All you need to do is just 2. You just need to cross it over twice so you have 4 quadrants to work within. On the bigger bouquets, like say you've got like a giant Chinoiserie planter, you're gonna need a couple more rows of. For this is just enough. It's perfect. X marks the spot for the perfect bouquet. I'm gonna use some foraging. These are some ferns that we have outside and I'm obsessed with foraging. If you want to fill in a bouquet fast, go outside, get some greenery. It's the best, it's absolutely amazing. So I have these gorgeous roses from my niece / Caroline. What I love to do with roses is you take off the outer layer of the petal and then the best roses tip of your life, blow into the center of the rose. That really just opens them up and makes them come alive. Then you can start placing the roses in your vase. And with roses like this, I like to cross them at the base of the rose. So if you notice, they're crossing in the vase. Cross them over each other and this will give you a perfect first layer of roses, a perfect outer layer. So she'll cross over him, and then in the next quadrant, we will have her crossing over all of them. And that gives you like the perfect base layer to work from. That's a florist tip that I got from our actual florist. And then you do the same thing again. Cross them over each other. I take off all the leaves as well on the roses. Bye-bye. And I do this until every quadrant has 2 roses in it. And with this tape grid, they're just going to form a perfect circle at the top. It might be the most satisfying thing ever to witness. I've got so much greenery over here. I can't wait to show you how I layer this. And then at this stage, I fill in wherever I feel is necessary to be filled in. One last spot right there. She is perfect perfect every time, y'all. It's so easy. That is how easy it is. So again, this is a wide opening vase. I love a clear glass vase, to be honest, because I love showing the greenery. I think there's something so simple about that. Now, with my gorgeous greenery, I'm just going to pepper this throughout where I think it would be most impactful. I love this perfect pink and green. This is so ladylike and sweet, and the roses make the perfect dome shape with a little bit of greenery to complement. I love it so much. I know exactly where she's gonna go. So if you're going for something absolutely show-stopping, a large centerpiece is what you want. And my darlings, I have made many of these. I do these for my friends' parties. What I'm gonna show you today is a big centerpiece that will last forever. I know, I'm so generous. What I'm gonna show you is a dried hydrangea and curly willow bouquet. How you can make a room centerpiece that truly is show-stopping. This is really useful for areas that you need a little separation between, or maybe you just want something really special in the corner of a room and you're not quite sure what to do there. A gorgeous centerpiece will just, this is often when I would either use something like we're gonna make here, or I would use something like this, a dried boxwood topiary. Now I love these. These are timeless and they never die. I also have a beautiful olive tree topiary that I love. It's in our foyer. It really helps kind of anchor the room together. It's the best way to just put that period at the end of the sentence when you are done designing a room. So let's make a show-stopping centerpiece. Okay. My first step is a large tape grid. I'm gonna do 2 pieces, one from each side. Okay, gorgeous. This is the time of year now to start collecting your hydrangeas to dry out. These dry out so easily right now because we're going into a very dry season. So make sure you start paying attention to your hydrangeas. I was able to clip some and they were already dried. And I love mixing the limelight dried with, you know, your more basic hydrangeas dried because they really do complement each other so well. So I'm also gonna be using curly willow. I love curly willow. This stuff is amazing for building a bouquet, making a big impact. I'm really just adding to the natural look that's already here. After our trusty tape grid is in place, we can start building, and I start with the outer edge, just like the roses. I'll start building the outer edge first. I love mixing the limelights with like the normal hydrangeas because they go together so well. They complement each other. These colors are fantastic together. And I would tell you, go ahead now and start like collecting hydrangeas. Start cutting them, start drying them out. They are so beautiful and they just pay off in dividends all season. I'm gonna add him later on. He's really big. I'm gonna add him later. Just spacing them out with the limelights. The tape grid is super useful here because it just gives you control over the hydrangeas. Dried hydrangeas are hard, both hard and easy to manipulate. Like they just kind of bounce. They're bouncy, like they'll bounce off of each other. And sometimes they'll stay where you want them, and most of the time they don't. So that's why a taped grid is a very helpful tool in making these. Okay, see how beautiful these colors are together? I need some more on this side. I need some darker ones on this side. Yeah, like that. Just keep moving around. Just keep twirling it and moving around to make sure it looks good from every angle. I need one more right here. I'm seeing a gap right there, and then I think I'm almost there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add the curly willow, which is the cherry on top of this, when they're actually in position. Once I get them in the room where they're going to stay. So I'll show you where they're gonna go. So what I'll tell you about curly willow is collect it over time. Like, I stop and I will pick it up anytime I see it in the store. Usually it's fall. But what I'm gonna do here is just add some little sprigs where I feel like this bouquet needs a little something. And I love this just coming out of the bouquet, and once you get it going, it really does have such an impact on any bouquet. I always like doing something coming out at you for that dimension. You can find it I find it at Bouquets. You can find it at any garden stores. Some of them I don't even put all the way down because they have so much character. Love it. Where else do I need it? It's hard to tell out here. That is perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, yay. Now I'm just gonna fluff anything that got damaged in that process. What this does to a space is magical. Another thing to make sure you're doing is sticking to what's in season. This just helps bring the outside in all year round. And if you have a few flowers that you know that you love, keep going back to those. My favorites are hydrangeas, roses, peonies, any leggy like a snapdragon or a foxglove, and always foraging. So those are my favorites, and they're usually available year round in different colors. Find what works for you. And now with that, I'm gonna bring you to the garden store, and we're gonna see what's in season right now. I'm so excited because this is my favorite place on earth, and I am working on some new artwork that I need to get some inspiration for. So let's head to the garden store. We are at Bouquets in Buckhead, and this is the happiest place to shop for your home, to get inspiration. This is their Hall of Orchids, and yes, these are orchids. I don't know where they get this variety, but it's always such a spectacle and so beautiful to come and see the beautiful orchids. And this is where I got the tip that I shared in last week's vlog about watering orchids with room temperature bottled water. Definitely check out that video because they gave me some golden nuggets of advice. I love these darker orchids. Those are just stunning. And it's always so exciting to see how the colors talk to each other in the flowers. I'm working on a new set of Chinoiserie panels, and before I do anything, I come here because it's also important to me as an artist even to focus on the seasonal flow of the foliage and just watch what it's doing, respond and listen and be inspired. And also, I think it's important too because if you're doing that, you're also being a participant in the beauty of nature. You're letting it inform you. And it's really so much fun to come to places like this and drink in the beauty. I love their collection of ginger jars and incredible interior decor pieces, but right now we are going outside to their garden, and I just cannot help myself but be completely awestruck. Every time I come here, they have the best herbs. Don't buy herbs anywhere else but Bouquets. Their chives are always flowering. Their topiaries are always perfect. The mint, the basil, the parsley, you cannot get any better than Bouquets. It's such a magical place. Oh my goodness. Hi, gorgeous. Hello. Good morning, my beauties. I am putting together a very cute church look because we are starting to have some chilly weather. But yeah, I love doing this. The Country Club Mom sweater tie. I need to run an errand at Trader Joe's, and then I'm going to bring you antiquing. I'm so excited to head to Miami Circle and see what they've got because I'm looking for inspiration for something that I cannot yet talk about, and it's killing me that I can't talk about it yet. But a reveal is coming soon. Let's just say that. Let's say that. So this is my look for the day. I've got this very neutral sweater, gorgeous, basic white dress that I love, and these shoes, which I just adore. I wear them everywhere. This is my current color palette that I am just living in. I love this. A neutral white, very basic, very nature inspired color palette. So let's head to church and then Miami Circle. I'm so excited. Trader Joe's had so many beautiful flowers today, so we picked up a couple of things, and then I had to stop in to Miami Circle and just peruse, because why not? I mean, look at the absolute beauty that you are surrounded with here. That book, I mean, hello. These frames are really giving me a lot of inspiration for the next set of panels. I love a good sunburst mirror. I love that really beautiful cream pottery. Those mirrors were just stunning. Seeing a lot of beautiful pressed florals everywhere really makes me want to get into pressing florals, y'all. Like, it looks so fun and it looks so special and sweet to do something like that. And it's so simple too. The only thing I don't know how to do is calligraphy, so I would have to figure that one out. But I love pressing florals. I'm really enjoying pressing my hydrangeas at the moment, especially with the new season coming up. Loved these bamboo frames. And a tapestry is always a good idea. It's always a good idea. I love the colors on this one. I loved this other series of frames and botanical prints. It's just beautiful and striking. The selection that you find here. We are at Foxglove's Antiques, by the way. This is one of the locations at Miami Circle. Foxglove's is really special. Now, this is Interiors Market, and oh my gosh, I just love seeing all of the beauty, the intaglios. It's really so creative. I actually have a really fun collaboration coming up with the intaglios, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be a really fun collaboration using my fabrics. You know, when I think about furnishing the next house, I'm so spoiled. Like, it's a problem. I just want to come here and get the true antiques because you're not going to find these things anywhere else. And that's why Miami Circle is so special. Now, these are something you could make. The faux ranunculus in little pots. Honestly, that would be a really fun, like, garden party craft to do. How much fun would that be? They're so cute. Lots of gorgeous mirrors, just not a shortage of the most elegant mirrors. I loved the Robin Egg series. That was so happy. And the creamware is, especially the creamware up against that beautiful French country armoire. I love that juxtaposition. I love the green and blue here. And they have the most beautiful Staffordshire dogs. I love looking through new books if I've never seen it before. This was a very Ernest Hemingway corner of the store. I thought it was just so cool and like a gentleman's corner. After we got a lot of inspiration, we headed home, and I want to show you some beautiful scenes from Atlanta. I'm so happy you joined me this week. There's a very exciting video coming next week. I'm not spilling anything, but I'm finally sharing my secret that I've been sitting on for a long time. So I will see you guys next Sunday.